proper guidance.
Zola
into that.
Senji, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir, for allowing me to speak on this bill, the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2022. Since we are discussing the Central Universities Amendment Bill today, may I humbly request the Chancellor of the Vishwavarati University, another Central University, who is also our Honorable Prime Minister, sir, to share his wisdom by being here. We will all benefit from his insights. So far, he has only answered one question on this floor of the House in the last 7 years. So unfortunate,
Please
sir.
come on the subject.
This bill seeks to amend the Central Universities Act 2009 by converting the NRTI into a central university. I am in favor, sir. Sir, I am glad that the House is running today all through, but it is sad that just to have a price rise discussion, 24 MPs were suspended and 12 days were
Please
wasted.
speak on the subject. Please,
In the last
please.
8 years, around
Please
110
speak
MPs
subject.
were suspended. Coming to the point, sir, first of all, I will ask that the education being in the concurrent list, whether the concerned state governments have been consulted to give their points of note of dissent or consent towards this. If no, again unfortunate, sir. It is good that another university is getting the status of a central university. We are proud. But one clarification, sir. Why Railway Department will bear the costing? Why not Education Ministry or UGC will pay the same? Sir, however, there is a need to address some of the existing issues faced by various central universities. Most central universities across the country lack adequate infrastructure and face big fund shortages. Even the existing infrastructure in these universities is breaking down. The facilities provided to the residential students are also depleting day by day, sir. The 21-22 budget allocation for education decreased by 6% compared to 2021. This year, there is only a 5% increase over the allocation of 2021. This is extremely low for post-pandemic recovery. The budget for the Rashtriya Uchchatara Shiksha Abhiyan, RUSA, was also cut from rupees 3,000 crore to 2,000 crore. Again, unfortunate, sir. A centrally sponsored scheme, RUSHA, supports state higher educational institutions, especially those that give priority to education in backward and aspirational districts. Sir, while I am speaking on this bill, allow me to point out the earlier 6 out of 10 bills were sent for parliamentary scrutiny. This was done to improve the quality of legislation. Now, sir, only about 1 out of 10 bills is set for...
Please speak on the subject, Dolaji.
for scrutiny.
Subject, please.
This
please.
is on the subject,
Please,
sir.
yes, let her speak.
Sir, this is on the subject.
Please, not, please.
Now, sir, only about 1 out of 10 bills is set for the scrutiny. This is a dangerous trend. For today's bill, I thank you, sir, for allowing time and having a healthy discussion. In contrast, in the monsoon session last year, 27 bills were passed with an average time of just 10
Please speak
minutes
on the
per
subject,
bill.
please.
Now,
Please,
I would
Dolaji.
like to highlight how our universities are suffering because of such fund shortages, sir. The Andhra Pradesh Central University, which was set up in 2014 after the bifurcation of the state, is in shambles. Between 2014-15 and 21-22, the budgets for some of the gems in India's educational system have been cut. The overall funding for Jamia Millia University witnessed a sharp fall. For Aligarh Muslim University, the overall allocation has reduced sharply by rupees 306 crore between financial year 2021 and 2022. It fell from rupees 1520 crore in 2021 to rupees 1215 crore in 21-22. And even JNU is a great learning institution which this government has an allergy, so far we have come to know. The diversity of India's education system with institutions like these and the many hundreds of premium educational institutions run by minority communities, including Christian missionaries, missionaries, but importing education to all communities must be protected, sir. Sir, why infrastructure is so neglected? I urge upon the government to pay attention and provide adequate funds for betterment, sir. Sir, a few words about my state. Bengal was where the government has introduced multiple schemes to support higher education. The West Bengal government has launched schemes like Swami Vivekananda Merit Cum Means Scholarship for undergraduate, postgraduate, even PhD courses across all subjects. Our flagship scheme, Konyashree Prakalpo, has around 70 lakh beneficiaries currently. The scheme has been awarded the United Nations Public Service Award and has also been recognized by UNICEF, sir. I would now like to draw the government's attention to the issue of vacancies also in the central universities under the SC/ST OBC category. The Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Admission Act 2006 mandates some percentages, 15, 7.5 and 27 quotas for SC/ST and OBC. However, the intake of students under the reserved category in the central universities is much lower than the mandated norms. I urge upon the government to look after to these also. Sir, I will again want to emphasize on a very important point. In this session only, for 12 days, we have waited and the government told us they couldn't discuss the price rise debate because...
Please, on the Central University Bill, please.
They are where...
Please.
Sir, it's related, sir.
Please.
Because the Honorable Finance Minister was not over there and she will reply only. But however, today we are seeing that the same government did not think for a second moment to allot the Honorable Railway and IT Minister, Communication Minister to pilot the education bill.
Honorable Chairman has already permitted this. Dolaji, for your information,
according to
please.
the data from
Please.
the Education Ministry, sir, there are 880 vacancies
Please.
for the post of professor across the 5 backward categories of SC/ST, OBC, EWS and PWDs in 43 central universities. Similarly, the number of vacancies for associate professor and associate professor,
Please
assistant
conclude.
professor are also that way respectively, but it has been also reduced. There is an urgent need, my last point, sir, there is
Please.
an urgent need to fill these vacancies to ensure adequate representation across all sections of people. At the same time, the government needs to ensure that sufficient infrastructural facilities and proper adequate funds are made available to all the central universities. And support, I do in favor of this bill to make the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya a central university, but with a high hope to address all other incomfortabilities the government will address.
Thank you, Dolaji.
Thank you, sir.
Shri K.R.N. Rajesh Kumar.